This is Java. This is 100 Homo erectus in the middle of an island. What are hunter-gatherers doing in the middle of an island? Some archaeological sites are fortresses in the middle of rivers. So why are these 100 or over 100 Homo erectus kind of giants in this island, in this fortress? They're not hunting, eh? They're not hunting. They will be hunting here or here. So this is Dubois. It's a memorial right on this site because it's an important site. It must be a touristical attraction in the middle of this island, in the middle of this river. Again, a river exposed to the Americas and to these seas on both sides that flush through, that are highways, that of course have tremendous energy going through. The question is, did they harness this energy or not? Stupid island, over 100 Homo erectus. And as you see in China, a Homo erectus is now close to modern humans. It has Homo sapiens traits. And should not be there. Should not be there in an extreme of the Eurasian continent, or in fact not anymore on the Eurasian continent, and totally exposed to the Pacific and the Americas. This is a site. So this is this bulge. So the site must be more or less here. The river, this is the river, and the island is here. And these are volcanoes. So the volcanoes produce continuously with peaks, produce continuously resources that include copper and tin, so they could make bronze, but all other alloys. Generally, they go together with uranium. We'll tell later more about uranium. So this is pretty much one mass with a very small opening, only 35 kilometers, with an enormous flush in the Indian Ocean. And since it's so close, it flushes up, I showed you, to the right of the Philippines, straight to Japan, the Yangtze and the Yellow River, straight to this location with this 1 million year old modern human, or archaic, influenced by modern humans, descendant from modern humans, and in an area with archaics and with dinosaurs, and with these unnatural canyons and these unnatural citadels you find all over the world, including in Europe. So here you see the bigger picture. So this is the strongest masses of water. Each gyre transports more than all rivers of the world together today. So they push against this wall, this immense wall, where it's flushed through and it's flushed up to this current, Japan Kuroshio current. And you have another highway that in fact is today a very important commercial route, I think the busiest in the world. And so you can throw it up to Laos with the pig, with the Neanderthals, together with the modern humans. And I take advantage, and in Europe, but all over the world, Neanderthals are found associated with modern humans. And Neanderthals could be well over 1 million years old. And we explained, or will explain, that they descended from modern humans, and we see that in the China example. We see it in several other examples. You see that in Neanderthals, there are sister groups of modern humans, so they both descend from modern humans. And this is the same for Homo erectus. This is 1 million to 2 million years ago, at least. And mitochondrial Eve is only 200,000 years old, and it's proven not to come from Africa because it's carried by Neanderthals that originate in the Americas. The haplotype tree proves that. And mitochondrial Eve got it from Neanderthals in the Americas, and then arrived in Africa in this corner, and in other corners, but from the other side, from this side. on both sides. So you see concentrations, higher frequency of mitochondrial Eve here and here, because that is where it's pushed in, where they are unloaded to work in mega projects. So I'm not sure if I'm distracted. So South America, in the Amazon forest, neighboring Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia, you have markers that are found back in Australia, in until India, in Polynesia, in Oceania. Not sure if I forgot something. Australia, Oceania, and until the Andaman Islands, which are today part of India. They lie between India and Myanmar. More or less here. But you know, there's a river system that connects this all, this Irrawaddy River with all the rivers of India and even of the Pakistan. So Sulawesi, Neanderthals, Laos, Neanderthals. And in fact, for me, there's no difference between Neanderthals and Denisovans. It's just an attempt of a consensus to fragmentate things. Things are not fragmented. You know, there's only one human. All these morphological variations are hybrids of modern humans. Obviously, early modern humans, but in fact, they are just like us, except they are less hybridized. They are less methylated. Their genome, the genes, are less methylated. Modern humans, we are quite extremely methylated. Okay, I think there must be for many quite some new things. Massive currents, extreme speed, but extremely dangerous. And you can circumnavigate the planet. So if you're on this current, you can choose if you go to Mungo Lake, if you go South America to Easter Island, probably somewhere here. It's in front of Chile. Or if you go to South America, if you go to Peru, to Ecuador, or to Colombia, or behind, or if you go to South Africa, which is of course has his archaeological sites as well, or, but that's what we said, to Australia, to Mungo Lake.